The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show. I am Ron Van Dam. Yay. Thanks for being here. Pleasure to be with you. If you're not familiar with the program, I don't have time to explain it to you. Just never mind then. Sorry to bother you. I do this show. I've been doing it for 30 years on the radio and now podcasting as well. We're on every platform they ever decided to create, and you can find me on newenglandbroadcasting.com, ronvandam.com, televisuals.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Shopify, Lupfi, Pandora, TuneIn Radio, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google, whatever, Podplay, whatever they call that thing. Everything. All right. So thanks for being here. What I do on this show is I just look at the world around us, the things we do every single day, and if you take a close look at them, they make no sense whatsoever. So that's what I'm here to point out. Frivolous? You bet. Okay. Let's start with some news that I'm excited about, but I have no reason to be excited about it. I am not a fan of baseball at all. The only thing that I like about going to a baseball game is that I am outside eating a hot dog and drinking a beer, which gives me gas, actually. That's it. As far as what's going on the field, it could be a couple of toddlers running around knocking each other down. I wouldn't even care. I'm not even looking. The only time I look at the field is when somebody near me says, "Watch out for the ball." That's when I pay attention. Beyond that, there's no point. So I'm not into baseball. I know baseball is America's sport. No, it's not. Stop saying that. America doesn't care about it because it is slow and boring. Granted, in hockey, nobody scores anything really ever. An exciting game is like 1-0. But at the same time, they're running around a lot. They're skating and they're doing triple toe loops and it's like there's always movement. I don't know where the puck is half the time because it's too small. I figure wherever the players are, that must be where the puck is. So I don't go to hockey games or anything like that. Anyway, all right, here's the deal. So apparently Major League Baseball, they call themselves MLB because there is no time to say the whole thing. Major League Baseball, that took about like a second, but MLB, that was 1/10 of a second. So I saved a good portion of my life there. So the baseball people, here's what the baseball people did. They decided that they were going to have new rules for baseball, and the only reason they would do that is to make the game more exciting because they know people are just walking away from that thing. Baseball is very boring. Nothing happens right away. There's like an inordinate amount of time between everything. It's 9 overweight guys standing out in the field waiting for a ball to come to them. That's about it. The only exercise they really get is at the end of the inning, the field runs to the dugout, and I use the term run very loosely. They saunter quickly. It's amazing. And on top of that, these people are on the field. They're not uniforms. They're pajamas. My God, they're pajamas. Let's call them what they are. So all in all, baseball to me is that. It is really, it's the activity of going, not the activity of watching. The other, I don't go to baseball games usually. I don't go to Fenway Park because that is a bowl of profanity. I was there twice in my lifetime, and both times I felt like standing up and yelling, "Shut up!" These people, they scream profanities at the field, at the players, and it's like, excuse me, I'm seeing children all over the place here, and profanities being shouted all over the place. They're screaming Yankees suck, and they're not even playing the Yankees. It doesn't make any sense to me. But Major League Baseball, in order to satisfy me, I think that's why they did it, just to satisfy me. And I'm not complaining. I think that's like nice. I like that. I like that actually. I like it when people satisfy me. And you can take that sentence and use it any way you want. But I do like that. I think we all like it when people satisfy us. You know what I'm saying? So here's what the MLB people did. Starting this particular season, I guess in a couple of months. I don't know when baseball starts. I have no idea. Apparently, what they're doing is they're putting a time clock on the pitcher. Ooh, great idea. The pitcher on the mound has 15 seconds to pitch that damn ball, and if not, he is chastised, whipped, and flogged. And I think that's a great idea. I think that's fun. I think every time he exceeds the 15-second pitch clock, he has to remove a piece of clothing similar to strip poker. Then you say to yourself, I don't know if I really want to see that. Okay. So the pitcher in his pajamas has 15 seconds to pitch the ball if there's nobody on base. Now follow me because this gets a little complicated. If there's a runner on base, then the pitcher has 20 seconds to pitch the ball. I don't know what difference 5 seconds make under these circumstances. I guess a baseball fanatic would say, Ron, 5 seconds, that's a lot of time. Okay, whatever. So that's it. A time clock on the pitcher. Mwah, love you. Not saying I'm going to like baseball necessarily, but I will watch it now to see how much they mess up. Another rule or law handed down by the Supreme Court of Baseball is they have bigger bases. What? Yeah. First base, second base, third base, they're all larger now. And first base and third base are about 3 inches. I think it's 3 inches. 3 feet. I think it's 3 inches closer to home plate. So it's not as far a run to get there, making it a little bit more challenging to throw the runner out. I think that's what it's about. These are minor little changes that mean nothing to me. I like the bigger bases so I can see what's going on. As I get older, I can't see as well. That's why these come into play now, whereas they didn't before. So bigger bases, bigger ball players probably. So that's fine. They've done nothing to solve the pajama uniform thing at all. They've done nothing. They haven't done any rules for the stadium goers. They should not be yelling profanities. I think there should be you should be removed if you yell profanities in public anywhere like that. As loud as you can. That's awful. It's funny to me. This is just. It's funny to me that a sports fan will stand up in his seat, and I say he because it's usually a guy, will stand up in his seat. He's like 30 rows back, and he will stand up and he will yell at the field, defense, defense, or whatever they do. And he expects that the players on the field will all of a sudden hear him turn around and say, "Oh my God, you're right, defense. Thank you for offering that idea. We weren't doing the We're going to do it now. Thank you. What's your name? Joe? Thank you, Joe. Thanks for yelling out from the 30th row back. Thanks. That's a great suggestion. Defense, I'm going to take that into consideration, Joe. Thank you." Isn't that absurd? I don't know if they do that at baseball games. I know they do it in hockey games and basketball games and football games, certainly. It's funny because, rather than make up a sign that spells out defense, what they do is they take a sign and they make a gigantic D on it, and then they hold up a cardboard cutout of a fence. So they do it phonetically. Here's the D, and here's a picture of a fence, because I don't know how to spell defense and put it on a card. So I have to deal with emojis and symbols because I can't spell that word. And again, the football player, hey, look up in the stands. It's a big D and a picture of a fence. The hell does that mean? All right. Yeah, all right, stop it. What are you doing? I didn't ask for you. No, stop it. All hell is breaking loose. Anyway, so that's the deal with the baseball. So I'm looking forward to the baseball season. The big changes, something to watch. I like the they have now on the bottom of the screen when you're watching on TV, and I think they're probably doing the ballparks. They show how fast that ball was going from the pitcher to home plate. It's sometimes like 80 miles an hour or something. I really don't know. I don't really watch baseball, but. That was about all I found fascinating about anything. Whoa, that was fast. You should get a ticket. It's like a baseball cop is going to pull up to the pitcher's mound. Hey, do you know how fast you were throwing? I'm sorry, officer, I don't. That was an 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Get out of here. All right. Before I change subjects, I was talking about the stupid fans that yell things out and assume that the players can hear them very clearly. This when I was younger, this happened. It's still happening now. When I was younger, I would go to concerts because I could, take the noise. I would go to concerts, and I saw these people with cameras, and they had flash bulbs back then, or electronic flashes on their cameras, and they'd be in the audience, 30 rows back again, the back of the auditorium. And they would take a picture from their seat of the concert stage, and the flash would go off. And I'm thinking, are you crazy? Do you think that 30 rows back, if the flash goes on your camera, the picture will be lit better? What are you talking about? And now we do it with the cell phones. With the cell phones, we do that. We put the light on the cell phone, and we take a picture from 30 rows back, and we think it's going to be lit up better. It's so stupid. When I used to go to to sporting events, and I don't do that much anymore because I don't care for people, and there's a lot of people at sporting events, so it doesn't really pay for me to go. I love the hot dogs. It's the only place. It's outdoor hot dogs at a sporting event. That feels good to me. But I usually don't sit on the edge of the aisle. I'm like 10 seats in or 5 seats in or whatever. So the hot dog person is in the aisle and hi, hot dogs. Hey, hot dog. You don't understand what they're saying, but you kind of get it. You know what I mean? Hey, get your hot dog. You'd figure that they'd hire people that could enunciate that better. Excuse me, hot dogs here. But no, it's always the people. Hey, they got your hot dog, hot dog. So I go like this, which is the international symbol for give me a hot dog. And I give him the money. I have to pass the money down because I can't reach him. And then 5 or 6 people who look like they haven't taken a shower in like 6 years, they're passing me my hot dog. Now, I know what you're saying. Ron, the hot dogs these days come wrapped in foil when they pass it down. It doesn't help, okay? It doesn't help. It's a little disgusting. All right, that's it about the baseball thing. Thank you. Let's turn the page and go to the next subject. That was half the show. I talked about baseball rules and discussing people who go to baseball games and sporting events. Wasn't that entertaining, huh? Half of the show for that. Hey, I tell you. I was watching a television show. I think it was NCIS New Orleans. There's an NCIS for every place. There's an NCIS Brockton. There's an NCIS Avon. It's amazing. They're just all over the place. And they had an ATF agent on the show. You know, a character playing an ATF agent, and it immediately hit me. What is an ATF agent? It's a federal investigator of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. And I'm thinking those are 3 different things that don't really belong together. Now, I get when you're in a crime unit and you're concerned with alcohol. The kids shouldn't be buying alcohol. You shouldn't be driving with alcohol. You shouldn't be making your own alcohol in your bathtub, although I think you can do that now. So I don't know where the enforcement of alcohol comes in. I don't know why we need a whole division specifying the legalities of alcohol. So you got alcohol, that's the A part of the ATF. Tobacco, that's the T part. Tobacco, hey, what are you doing, smoking a cigarette? Yes, sir. Just give me that cigarette. What are you doing, you idiot? That can cause some serious health problems. So alcohol, tobacco, I don't know what kind of jurisdiction you have over that. The last one is the F, the ATF. The F is firearms. Seriously? I mean, yeah, I get the firearms part. I mean, like, yeah, you need law enforcement, people with firearms. Yeah, of course. How do you couple that with alcohol and tobacco? What do? I'm with alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. I don't know. It's like Bed Bath and Beyond. I mean, it's like they don't match. Bed, yeah, I get it. Bath, yeah. Screw it, beyond that too. So yeah, the firearm's important. So maybe like, well, they wanted to cut back. So like, yeah, we got the firearm division. Make sure that firearms are well regulated. What about tobacco and alcohol? All right, throw it in there, I suppose. Shouldn't it be firearms, alcohol, and tobacco? Because firearms is far more apropos to law enforcement. But then it would spell out fat, and that wouldn't work. I'm just saying. You know what I miss? We were having a good time, and then COVID comes along. We're still trying to investigate country-wise how this COVID thing started. They're leaning toward a mistake at a lab in China. They some got contaminated, and this horrible virus leaked out. I guess someone left the door open. Hey, where's the cat? Oh no, did you leave the door open? Hey, where's the COVID? Oh, it probably got out also when the door was open. Anyway, you know what I miss? A lot of things. But what never came back were the salad bars and the buffets. And I love those things. Some places have salad bars, but very carefully, very, very carefully. Sneeze Guard is now like hazmat suit. I used to like the Chinese buffets. You could have a little bit of everything, or the Indian buffets, a little bit of everything. Nobody wants a lot of one thing of that food group. They want a little bit of everything. That was fun. For one price, you could have as much as you wanted and all different. Oh, it was wonderful. I can't find a place around here that has any kind of buffet kind of deal going on. If you know of one, let me know. It's ronvandamshow@gmail.com if you want to contact me. Let me know, please. I'm a hankering for a buffet. And I hit the table. Here's what I miss the most. There's a town in Massachusetts, and it's called Easton, I believe it is. And in this funky town, they used to have something called Taste of Easton. I never knew what Easton tasted like, but it was pretty cool. They had it at some college nearby, Stoneforge. No, it's something else. Stonehill, I think it is. They had it at the college, and you would pay a one price on a ticket, and you go in there, and all the vendors from the area, all the restaurant owners and food vendors, they would have little tables and set up, and you would taste a little bit of their stuff. And if you liked it, you'd say, well, I got to go to that restaurant. I like that road. No, that was there. That's really wonderful. It was great. And now more than ever, restaurants need to come back as soon as they hire people. But they need to come back, and this would be a perfect way to do that. And there were also organizations, help organizations, banks and self-help groups and community groups, and they had tables, and they were handing out free stuff, which was also very nice. But you would learn about that and have conversations, and it was a wonderful thing. It hasn't come back. It hasn't come back. And you know what? At this juncture, where we stand now with COVID, it's still around, but it's a rear view mirror kind of thing now. We really could have that again. Because we go out in public. We go to concerts. We go to the theater. We go to movie theaters. We're in areas where there are a lot of people at once. So we're mingling again. I don't think COVID was ever really passed through plates or food. I think it was just somebody coughing on you. That can happen anywhere, anytime, has little to do with the food. I mean, do the taste of whatever town and wrap the food up in foil just like a hot dog being passed in a stadium. People are eating in stadiums. They're sitting right next to each other, thousands of people, indoors and outdoors, but indoors as well, eating hot dogs, drinking food, drinking beer. I don't know what the difference between that is and a taste of whatever town it may be. There's a town in Massachusetts called Athol. I'm sorry, Athol. A taste of Athol would, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Taste of Easton sounds good. I don't know if they watch this show, the people that run that town. But if you do, put it on the agenda. Let's get that back again. I think it benefits everybody. It's a community feel-good kind of thing. Let's do it. There's still time, isn't there? If Major League Baseball can put a time clock on the pitcher, you can have a food festival. So let's see if we can pull that off. Shall we? All right, I'm going to take a commercial break right now. Are you ready? Here we go. I have to do this myself.
Give the gift that says, I love you. The gift that says, happy birthday. The gift that says, get well soon. The gift that says, you're the reason I went into the priesthood. The gift that says, congratulations on not getting indicted. The gift that says, I want to cover you in warm chocolate pudding. The gift that says, good luck in clown college. The gift that says, thanks for removing my unsightly wart. The gift that says, sorry about giving you food poisoning. The gift that says, I'll see you in hell. The gift that says, remember the good times we had in prison. The gift that says, I want to make sweet love to you on the white sand beaches of Rio while your hot cousin watches. The gift that says, thank you for the kidney. The gift that says, you deserve all the best, but this will have to do. The gift that says, thanks, Jesus. Whatever you want to say, you can say it beautifully with a timeless gift from Phyllis Gorman's House of Macaroni Art on Route 94 just past the Rotary, across from Sweaty Palmer's Adult Emporium.
It's a great place. You should drop by. It's really nice in there. We're coming to the end of the program. We've got about 5 minutes left. I did a show a couple of days ago about diabetes, sugar, artificial sweeteners, all that stuff. And my lasting impression is that I don't know what the hell to do now. We all have pre-diabetes, pretty much all of us. And you got to be careful about your sugar intake. And I don't care if you have a condition or you're close to a condition or not. You shouldn't be having that much sugar. Sugar is not good for you. I mean, my God, it's just not. And if you think it is, then there's something wrong with you. So what do you do if you don't, you're not supposed to have a lot of sugar? Well, and all the diet drinks, and now they have, there was Diet Coke. That wasn't selling really great because I think the people at Coca-Cola said to themselves, diet, that doesn't say anything about less sugar. It just says diet. I mean, what if people aren't on a diet? Why would they buy that stuff? So now they call it Coke Zero. Coke Zero reporting, sir. Zero means there's no sugar. I mean, sugar? I'm talking zero. I'm talking zero with a Z. There is no, you can go all over the bottle. They ain't going to find no sugar. There's no sugar in that. Well, then what's in it that makes it sweet? Artificial sweeteners. Even stevia, which apparently comes from a plant found only at the high mountain ranges of the Himalayas, even that, it's enhanced with chemicals in order to enhance it. I don't know. Artificial sweeteners there's an argument whether it causes cancer or not. We don't know yet. It's been around for a while, but I'm not sure. It's not great. So what do you do? You lessen the amount of sugar, I suppose. I read that you just put a few drops of honey on things and that would make it sweet enough. I really don't know. I need somebody to come up with stuff. When I was younger, and I was living with my parents because I couldn't afford the rent at 2 years old. I was living with my parents, and they took care of me. I didn't have to buy anything, do anything. They clothed me. They brought me to places. I didn't have to worry about money. I didn't have to worry about anything. I knew psychologically they were always there to take care of me, keep me out of harm, that kind of thing. And that they had the answers to everything. Government had the answers to everything. People were incredibly smart. And boy, was I tricked. Then I got a little bit older, and then when I became a teenager, I wanted to rebel because I thought, whoa, those things can be better. And then when I got to be older, I realized, no, things can't be better. We are not evolving. We're devolving. We're becoming stupider. There aren't people that have the answer to every question. And that is not good. I thought there were people, I thought there were geniuses walking around, rocket scientists. Yeah, they can put us on the moon, send us to Mars, but the common everyday stuff, I don't know what you should do. I don't know. Okay, I'm just about out of time. You've been wonderful as usual. And I'm sorry, I have hogged most of the time and you didn't really say anything. So I will let you finish the show. What is your name? Where do you live? And what is your bank routing number? And okay, never mind. Okay, I'll be back again next Wednesday, probably with another show. Thank you very much. Stay smart because you're going to need it.